I was an actress as a young performer. I was on Broadway. Did a lot of wonderful shows, worked with Tony Newley, created the role of Maggie in Chorus Line in the original Broadway production. I had a wide, varied career. I worked with John Belushi and Chevy Chase and Lemmings. So I did a lot of the rock musicals as well as the sort of traditional musicals. And then did some straight plays as well, mostly off-Broadway. Love Again, I'm friends of Adrian and Doug, and I had directed the reading. And we had worked together on a variety of different projects. And it seemed a logical connection for me because I'm used to doing original pieces and directing original pieces and nurturing them. So it was a natural connection. I think that the strongest theme was first, in retrospect, the last musical of the three, which is, and I'm hopefully not giving anything away, Alzheimer's. And at the time that I first read the piece, my mom was in the tail end of her life and in Alzheimer's. She was an Alzheimer's victim. And so I was going through that personally, so I really connected to that spiritually. And there was such a sense of joy about the last piece, even though it's such a painful journey for the person going through it and also the family around it. But I just absolutely loved it. And I loved the fact that it was sort of, the second one has kind of a dark humor to it because it's set in the hospital. And you know, in thinking about it, when you're in that kind of environment, my mother was a nurse, so I grew up in hospitals, so I actually have a strange comfort level in hospitals. I learned how to read with the nurses' books and things like that because we couldn't afford babysitters. So it has a sense of joy, you know, because it's a positive place rather than a negative place for me. It's nice to start the trio of shows with that kind of not only introduction, but invitation to the audience to think, oh, I wonder if that happened to me, what would I do? And oddly enough, on opening night, someone I hadn't seen since '69 happened to see the show. And I had like this total reaction like the character in the piece. Well, I wanted the entire piece to have a seamless energy so that they would tie together and sort of waft through each piece. But you have to look at each piece separately as having a beginning, a middle, and an end, even though the end for the first one is a little, you know, open for anyone's interpretation. The second one is fairly complete. And the third one is also complete with a sense of joy and the possibility of hope that just about anything is possible as long as you love someone. That's the unifying thread. It's a lovely way for people to enjoy the show, but it also gives everybody a chance to choose their favorite. After having directed all three, I don't have a favorite. I love all three for different reasons. It's as if I had 3 children, and I love them with the same amount of energy and love and focus and devotion, but because they are different and speak to me differently, I have a different viewpoint. You know what's fascinating is that this is a lovely company. The Group Repertory Company, the theater itself and the company is a very family-oriented company. And what that means is that you create a new family with each show that you participate in whatever way you participate, as a director, as a musical director, as a writer. It's a real family. So there's a nurturing, and I felt extremely comfortable, like I'd been here a lot, you know. And I've seen many shows, but I have never participated as a director other than to direct the reading.